Take 197. Not literally, but yeah. What's good, babies? It's your Destiny back at again on Destiny's World with another video.
Period.
By the title of this video and seeing that thumbnail, y'all already know what this video is going to be about. I already know what it is. And if you follow my Instagram, you also know that I'll let you guys choose the next few videos. I did a poll on my Instagram. I'll let you guys choose the next videos and it will be in order. So the next few videos on my channel, Destiny's World, will be the videos that you guys chose. So make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Follow my social media, which will be down in the description down below. And without further ado, we're going to go ahead and jump right into the video. Now, for today's video, just in case you guys can't read or see, not just playing. For today's video, I will be giving you guys my Netflix recommendations, options for you guys to watch when you're bored or when I'm not posting and you don't have nothing else to watch because, you know, or, you know, you could just rewatch the videos that you did watch, you know. It don't even matter. But I'm giving you guys my Netflix recommendations. So, yeah. Before we get started, I would like to mention that between these few videos will be videos for my college series because you guys know that I will be starting college within 2 weeks. Which is something I'm really excited about. So stay tuned for those videos coming as well. I'm not going to tell you guys the videos that will be coming, but just know that content is coming. And make sure y'all turn on that notification bell so that you will be notified every time that I post. So I myself have up to 15, maybe a little bit less Netflix recommendations. It's a mixture of shows and movies because like Netflix is not the only app that I use. I use Hulu, Netflix, HBO. I use all of them. So it was really hard to go through to find movies that I really enjoyed on Netflix itself. So here's what I found and I hope you guys enjoy. So to start off this video, we're going to start with TV shows. And for the TV show runner-up, the #1 choice, my all-time favorite, the #1 show, in my opinion, on Netflix would have to be Vampire Diaries. Vampire Diaries is my all-time favorite show, hands down. I've watched the whole series once, and it was a few years ago, like when it first came out, and I'm watching it again because it's that good. Like, you know, you have a show or a movie, and it was just like so good to where you can watch it as many times, but then you watch it and it's like you don't remember certain parts of the show, so it was worth watching it again. Yeah, that's Vampire Diaries. Okay, Vampire Diaries is like, it's a category of vampires, a category of witches, and a category of werewolves. And vampire and werewolves are rivals. The witches and the vampires are supposed to be rivals, but somehow they ended up being friends and working together. But you wouldn't necessarily call them friends because certain vampires always end up crossing the witches, but they always end up working right back together. Main characters are Stephen, Damon, and Elena. Elena is the main character. Everybody's whole life is surrounded by this girl. She, like, I wouldn't say ruined everybody's life, but she ruined everybody's life, including her own, because she was falling in love and she was just dumb for these people. Like, this is my own personal opinion. Elena was the dumbest character in this show. Like, she was just dumb. And then she couldn't stay with one man. Like, she couldn't stay with one man. It was between, girl, just watch the show. But there's another show that Vampire Diaries is based off of, which is the originals. The original Vampires and Vampire Diaries is basically about their lives. It's weird, but it's very good. You can't watch all 5 seasons of the originals on Netflix, but you can watch it on Prime Video but each season costs $2, which is not that bad, which I will be watching it on Prime Video because I need to watch it. I can't watch Vampire Diaries again if I can't watch Originals again. But you can watch season 5 on Netflix, so that's a good part. The next show I have for you guys is called The 100. Now, The 100, I had to break myself for this. This show likes to make me mad too. Like, this show pisses me off. This is one of the shows also that I had to watch twice because it was just like, I feel like I missed so many things when I first watched it. But The 100 is about, basically, the world ended, right? And before the world ended, they sent a number of people up to space. And a bunch of years went by, a couple hundred years went by, new generations were made. And the parents of the newer generations decided to send 100 children down to Earth to see if the Earth was survivable again. But the 100 children wasn't just any normal children. They were children that committed petty crimes up in space. Like in space, or you will get put in jail for your mother having more than one child, which is not your fault. But like, if your mother had more than one child, you were going to be put in jail, and the firstborn child would be out of jail. It's so wrong. Like, the show was just so wrong. Yeah, they sent the criminals down to Earth to see if it was survivable again. And the 100 had to simply fend for themselves. There was a few of the kids that didn't want to follow Clark and Finn and them. And Octavia wanted to do whatever she wanted, didn't want to be controlled by her brother. It was just a lot of stuff going on in this show. But you have to watch it for yourself. I understand why I enjoy this show so much. And yeah, like, just go watch the show, because I'm telling you, any show that I give y'all right now is gonna have y'all on the edge of y'all seat. But we're gonna go to the next show. So the first movie is gonna be How It Ends. So How It Ends is basically about, it's this family. It's a husband and wife, and the wife is pregnant, and the husband goes away on a business trip. All of a sudden, a whole bunch of shit start happening to the earth. Like, there was a bunch of earthquakes. Like, it was just a whole bunch of different stuff. And a lot of where these earthquakes and stuff was happening is where the wife was, and the wife was by herself. And she's panicking and she's scared. She's calling the husband, not knowing what to do. And the husband's trying to get back to his wife, but the stuff is also happening where he is. Like, the stuff is slowly growing in every state, every city. And they're trying to figure out how to survive this and get back to each other. And it's just a whole bunch. Like, it's just good. Like, y'all, it's a good movie. It's a good movie. It's a good movie. Just go watch the movie. Just go watch the movie. Go watch the movie. The next movie I have is called The Perfection. The Perfection is about, like, it starts off slow, don't get me wrong, but I'm the type to give a movie a chance before I be like, oh no, this movie is trash. Like, next, these girls, there's two girls, and they grew up playing, I don't know, what's that instrument called? It's like the bass violin. And these two girls, they are very, very good. They grew up playing the same instrument. But one had an accident, I think, and she couldn't play anymore. And the other became very famous for it. And the girl that couldn't play no more, because of her incident, she looked up to her, and they finally met. And then they end up playing together, and then they end up getting in a relationship together. And then a whole plot twist happened. Just go watch the trailer. But just know, like, the movie got good. Like, it got good. Like, when I tell you I was mind-boggled, I was shocked at where this movie went. But it went. And where it went was good. For the next show that I have for you guys, The First Kiss. Let me tell you, my mother put me onto this. What can I say about this? Like, it's just like, yes, it's a bunch of vampires and stuff, but like, it's not really vampire related. Like, the next show I have for you guys, I'm pretty sure you guys have heard of this, but if you heard of it and you haven't watched it, something wrong with you, because obviously it's telling you to watch the show. Go watch the show. Next show I got for you guys is called You, YOU, yes. This show, I'm gonna lie, I haven't watched the last season, but this show, girl, like, it'll make me think like these people really crazy. Like, these people out in the world really like this man, and like it's just sad. Like, it's sad, but it's crazy, but it's good at the same time. You is about this man. He falls in love with these women. He follows these women. He stalks these women. He gets these women to fall in love with him until these women realize what this man is and what this man does. They try to get away. The man kills him. That's basically what the show does. Like, that's what's about. The next show that I have for you guys is called Ginny and Georgia. Pretty sure you guys have heard of this too. Can't wait for season 2 because this show is just okay. So basically, Ginny and Georgia is about a mother and daughter relationship. The daughter doesn't know her dad. She wants to get to know her dad. Can't get to know her dad because her mother has all these secrets. And slowly but surely, Georgia, which is the mother, Ginny, which is the daughter, Ginny starts figuring out Georgia's secrets, and things go AWOL, things go crazy. Their relationship begins to get rocky. The show left us with a cliffhanger, so I'm really excited for season 2. I'm gonna need them to drop that ASAP, like I'm about to drop this video. Like I said, all the shows and movies that I'm giving you will have you on the edge of your seat, so don't hesitate to go watch them. Just go watch them. Like I'm telling you, you can take my word. Go watch the show. For the next show I have for you guys is one of my top favorites also. It's called Riverdale. Riverdale is one hell of a crazy ass show, bro. Like, that show is crazy. When I tell y'all I binged the first 3 seasons in my room, did not come out unless I had to. I binge watched that show. Riverdale is about, basically, it's a town. And there's a bunch of kids. These kids have all these mysteries. Something always happens in their town. They have to figure out why these things are happening in this town. But the whole point of the show is because it's a set of twins. They went on a boat, and all of a sudden, one of the twins, so-called, drowned. But when he was found out of the water, he was found with a shot in his head. The only person that was with him, with the twin, was his twin. So the twin, she claimed she didn't do it, and that's where the story begins from there. The next is the Red Notice. Now, the Red Notice is, y'all, everybody know who Dwayne Johnson is. If you don't, like, where have you been under a rock? Where have you been and what are you doing with your life? The Red Notice is supposed to be an action movie, but it's also a comedy movie. I don't know how to really put it because, like, it's funny as hell, but it's like, it's just very, very, it's in between. Now, Red Notice is basically about that there's this man and he stole a thing of gold. It was very important. He's one of the investigators. He goes to stop the criminal, but ends up being a criminal. FBI's agent's eyes, like, they look at him as a criminal when he's not. He's trying to do the same thing. But plot twist, the criminal actually ends up being the Rock's boss. But that's all I'm gonna tell y'all. It's really good, it's really crazy, it's really funny. Like, just go watch it. We got one more show for you guys, and then we got 2 more movies for you guys. The next show that I have for you guys, pretty sure you already heard of this one also, and if you just heard of it and haven't watched it, coming from me, go watch it. The next show I have for you guys is called Never Have I Ever. Never Have I Ever is a show about a girl. She wants to have the best high school experience of her life. She wants to lose her virginity. She wants to date the most popular boy in school. She has these 2 best friends that isn't so popular, but she's trying to manage being popular and not being popular with them. Then her dad dies, and she's trying to cope with her mom. Her mom doesn't have a very stable relationship ever since her dad died. And it's not sad, but it is sad, but it's funny at the same time. So the funniness kind of takes your mind off the show being sad, but it's a really, really good show. And I binge watched that show too. So, well, the first season I binge watched it. So that should give you a reason to watch it. Like, just go watch it, because if I'm binge watching the show, that means you should be binge watching the show. We have a horror movie coming up for y'all. The horror movie is called 13 Ghosts. Now, bear with me. It's a very old movie. Like, it's one of the movies I used to watch when I was a kid. Like, I grew up watching horror movies when my mama didn't like me watching horror movies. Like, it's crazy because I didn't get a lot of horror movies on my list, but that's because Netflix don't really do a good job of scary movies. Like, the scary movies that they do don't be scary. 13 Ghosts is about a family. One family member is extra smart. One family member is like, it's just a strange family. It's a different family. They have to go to this mansion. The mansion is like very, 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 very pretty. It's very pretty, made out of glass, all of that. As they're living in it, they notice that the house has these writings on the wall. And they find out later in the movie that the writings were spells or chants or whatever you want to call it. And the family has to figure out what these chants mean. And that's basically, like, the movie is good. Like, you just have to go watch it for yourself. Like, anyways, we're almost done with this video, sadly. So, for the last movie, this movie is called Senior Year. A lot of people have heard of this because it is not an old movie. It's a new movie. It was trending for a while. Back in the day, in the movie, it was this girl. Like, she was the most popular girl in school, but growing up she was not popular. She used to get bullied, but like, she made it her mission. In high school, she was gonna be the most popular girl because, yeah, she made it her mission. She was that girl. She wanted to be Jada Witta.
I'm going to be Jada Witta,
basically. And girls didn't like that. There was this basketball game and her cheer team had to perform. Long story short, she was a flyer. They dropped her on purpose, but the girl didn't know. She was in a coma for over 10 years, I think. Yeah, I think it was 10 years. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but 10 years. And she woke up in 2022. And when she woke up, she was older, but her brain was still stuck that she was in the time where her accident was. Like, her time moved on, but herself didn't move on. Like, it didn't move on. She wanted to live her life as a senior and finish her years, get her degree, get her diploma, all that stuff. So that's basically it, but it's a whole bunch of twists in the movie as it goes on. I'm just telling you the most important parts of the movie. But like I said, with many other movies that I have said and shows that I have said, go watch it and find out for yourself, because the movie is really good. That's all I can say. These are my opinions for the movie. The movie is really, 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 really good. That will be it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you actually go take my movie and shows into consideration and go watch them yourself and tell me your feedback on how you guys enjoyed it, or if you didn't enjoy the show or movie, let me know. And if you guys would like a part 2, I would be willing to do a part 2. If you like me to do a part 2 based on a certain genre, I would be more than welcome to do that also. Just let me know, DM me, comment under this video. If you don't want to see your comment, DM me, Snapchat me, it don't matter. Like, you can always find a way to contact me. Like I said once before, all my social media, Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok, Twitter, everything will be in the description box down below for you to engage with me, as well as for me to engage with you guys. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe under this video, and I will see you guys next video. Peace.
Shorty said she coming with her breakfast, cause she saw a young nigga pull up in the Rover. Now she said she wanna come over, yeah, but I don't want no love.